Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 121 of Psycho's Platters. Of course, it is your host, Paul Pease, aka Psycho, otherwise known as Mighty Psycho, all a bunch of other aliases. Sponsored and fueled by coffee. This one, K-Cup medium roast. That's what I got going here. All right, listen. This one's going to be a whole bunch of stuff, okay? It's going to be one of those variety episodes. After getting you guys with signed albums for 4 episodes. And by the way, I have to appreciate I have gotten a lot of views on my part 1 and part 2 so far, because for most of you guys, that's all you guys know of. I kind of time my episodes. I pace them is what I do. If I'm going to do multiple episodes, I give you guys a few days before I turn you on to the next one, and et cetera, et cetera. The subscribers here, they get them immediately in their posts, and so I get comments that way. But for the rest of the people on the Facebook land, that's how I do it, just to space them out for everybody. Okay, I want to let everybody know I personally am feeling a hell of a lot better. They gave me blood thinners, low-dose blood thinners. My leg isn't 100% yet, but it's getting there. I can tell. I can feel it. I'm not shuffling like an old man anymore. I go back to work tomorrow. Yay, yay. Thank God. And thank you, of course, for those prayers from the VC, along with my father. My father was released from the hospital a couple days later than we thought he would. He is doing all right. Thank God we found out no chemo. He's not going to have to deal with that. Just scans every month. So you know what, guys? I believe in prayer. I believe in Jesus. I believe in all that stuff, okay? So I'm very grateful. So far, everybody's out of the woods, and that's the way I like it. So, saying that, I also want to congratulate everyone out here, everyone in the YouTube vinyl community, all my subscribers. As of 2 days ago, finally, 150+ subscribers. Yes. You know what? Thank you all. Seriously. Next one, let's shoot for 200. I know you guys can help me on this. I know it. I keep trying to educate and entertain you all because that's what I like to do. That's what this channel's all about. Every channel here in the VC is different. I've noticed that. When I have the time, I go to look at a lot of your channels, okay? I know things, with the being ill and going to work and stuff, I don't have as much time as I used to. I'm going to call you out for 2 seconds, Dixieland Farm, only for positiveness. You were right. I mean, if you're supposed to be able to interact, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, so I try to do that when I can. It's just, I've learned to try to do it more. Right, okay. So, enough of that for the moment. Let me throw something out there for you. Are you guys getting prepared for Record Store Day, which is Black Friday? I've seen some of the list. I'm not that enthused. I'm not. I think there was a 45 or 2 that I was interested in. Album-wise, the only thing that I caught, and I got to double check to see if there was an original press on this, because if there was, I'd rather get the original press. The Transformers soundtrack, okay, is getting reissued from the 1986 cartoon movie. I know Three Dog Night, and there was a few other people on there. Some of those tracks were very exclusive. They didn't go anywhere else. So I just want to double check to see, because if they really did put out one back in 86, I'd rather have the original press than go off and spend $20 for one of those. Now, okay, do you have a Barnes & Noble near you in the VC community? Do you? Because they had on Saturday, and I did feel good enough to briefly show up there just to see what was going on. They had Vinyl Day. Now, Barnes & Noble has been doing this now. They've been promoting the whole vinyl concept in their stores for about the last year. Good for them. The prices are a little high, but that's new vinyl for you. But still. So they had exclusive giveaways. They had magazines. They had some albums, limited edition pressed and signed. I'll show you. They didn't have much in the giveaway portions, but guess what? I was grateful. I got a bunch of Frank Sinatra buttons. Doug Fields, you got a set coming to you. I think you may have like a little set coming to you, because I did get you a copy, because there wasn't that many. There was maybe a dozen of these, and they all disappeared very quickly. So I grabbed 2 sets of those. And if you're into English magazines, they had a sampler of the Uncut magazine. This one here with McCartney on the cover. And see, vinyl at Barnes & Noble. I don't know. Whatever. Free was free, right? Signed editions-wise, they didn't have very much. It was mostly new stuff. They did have a couple copies of Brian Wilson's new one, autographed. I don't know. It's $36 though. Is it worth it? I mean, for me, it'd take 10% off, so it'd be $32. I don't know, guys. I'm crunched for money right now. All right. So that was Vinyl Day. Believe it or not, go check your Barnes & Noble, because I've been led to believe by a handful of people that it wasn't that well attended, and there's still a lot of stuff at the locations. You might be able to find something you like. So try to go this week, okay? Also, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but Black Friday, they open up at 8 a.m., Barnes does. They will have signed books again this year. There'll be autographed books. Don't ask me the authors, because I don't know. They wouldn't tell me that. Last year, I think there was only maybe 1 musician in the whole bunch. The rest of them were other things. So, okay, here's some various things. This is over the last 60 days, we're going to say, okay? Found a Pink Floyd lunchbox. Yeah, Pink Floyd lunchbox. No Dark Side of the Moon in it. But for $2, I couldn't pass that up. CD-wise, I don't get too many CDs anymore. But when they strike me, it's really interesting. I managed to find a mint condition stock copy of Beatles Anthology 1. I actually have a promo copy of this. Double CD. I always love this set. I need to find 2 and 3. I don't have those. Milestones from Miles Davis. Yes, I know this has been reissued. Okay, this was on Columbia, but it's got bonus tracks. Some really cool bonus tracks, too, for that matter. Okay, Creedence Clearwater Revisited. All these CDs were like $1 or $2, okay? I have never actually heard this. Creedence Clearwater Revisited, they came back in 95. It was Stu Cook and Doug Clifford. In 98, this CD gets put out, and it also has Elliot Easton at that time, who was a former member of the Cars, and, oh my God, hang on a minute. And then their singer that they got was, John Tristan. John Tristan was in I think a 1970s version of People. That was the band that Larry Norman was in '68. Their one hit called I Love You. So he was in that band too. They're still together, all these guys. David Clayton Thomas. Yeah, this is a Canadian press. 2006. This was, of course, after he left Blood, Sweat, and Tears. But most of this stuff is Blood, Sweat, and Tears material. I just think it's kind of cool. I've never seen this. It's live from 2005. These ones I picked up in the last, before I got sick. Never saw this before, from 1993, Big Country, Big Sampler. Of course, you end up with old stuff and new stuff. Big Country's on here, but you also have Look Away and the one I love. It's just a 4-track, promo only. Could not get that regularly. This one here, English import on Vertigo. I like Mark Knopfler. I've never seen Last Exit to Brooklyn, the movie or the soundtrack. Couldn't pass that up. Nobody I know on here of any note. And then lastly, I found a signed CD, Christian, signed Mark Schultz, which I thought was pretty cool, on Warner Curb. So I found all those, right? Book-wise, Less than a buck. The Dirt, Motley Crue. I actually had this book at one point or another. This is the 2002 updated edition. Another dollar book. Alice Cooper's Golf Monster. I like Alice Cooper. I've read that once before. I like that one. American Night, The Writings of Jim Morrison, Volume 2. And for $2, I picked up the Ken Burns Jazz History of America's Music. This sucker is that thick. $2. This thing normally went for $65 at one point or another. So really happy about that. I'm going to show you some sheet music that I got. This one here, I think this is from the late 40s, early 50s. One Meatball. It's got Josh White, who cut a lot of music on Elektra when Elektra got started. This one here is kind of cool. Frank Sinatra, All the Way from the movie The Joker is Wild. These were all quarter sheet musics. I still collect. Nat King Cole's Ramblin' Rose. Now this one, I don't remember why I have this, because I don't quite know who this is. Singing the Blues from Guy Mitchell. Mike Adams might know who that is. And lastly, I brought these guys up the last episode of Psycho Platter, or maybe it was the one before that, the signed albums. I found this one here, obviously, was reissued. It says here, Song of the Year from ASCAP, Unchained Melody from the Righteous Brothers, shown in the movie Ghost. So all those were a quarter apiece. All those were fantastic. Okay, I want to throw some shout-outs. There's some more than I normally do not do, so bear with me. First of all, new radio show I want to tell you about on Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time I think it's out of Massachusetts or Connecticut. I'm sorry, Mike. Don't get me for this. Mike Bollea Remembers. That's B-O-L-L-E-A Remembers. He's a rock and doo-wop show. Go like him on Facebook and check it out. The web address, like I said, go to the Facebook page and you'll get the web address better, but it's www.thebelmonts.net/radio/default-ASP. I promised her I was going to do this. Kathy Thibault Dunn, yeah, I'm calling you out. She's got a record store. Yes, she does. Records hanging from the ceilings, records on the floor. Mike Adams does a better commercial on that. It's called Music and More. Yeah, that's right, Music and More. Go like him on Facebook. She does do mail order. She's out in New Hartford, New York. The phone number to the store, 315-266-0037. Music and More. Go like him on Facebook. Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark and Night Owl Lounge with Mike Adams. Two of the best damn Sunday night music shows out there. Period. Go like him on Facebook and listen to him Sunday night. This coming Sunday, they will be doing an interview with Dr. Elmo, which is their Christmas show. It's Elmo as in Elmo and Patsy. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Thrifty Music Collectors Group, Tim Smith and Company. Shindig Music Magazine, the best damn English rock magazine out there. YouTube Vinyl Community. Without them, we would not have these videos or otherwise. Now, I got new subscribers. Like I said, I'm over 150 plus now. New subscribers for the week. Shout out John Ballou, Beauliu. Harmless Rebel. SMFC PT Howdy. In other words, I know what this is. It's all Twisted Sister reference. I get it. From Strangeland, I love that movie. SMFC PT HOWDY. Scott Waters and Dennis Fennelly, Fennely. New channels to check out: RYR Odai, MyBurTube, Lavelle Andrew, Greeno22, Donald Rocks 101, Bleeding Bullets for You, and of course my friend Derek Vaughn out in Omaha. Congrats on the Record Collector article. If you haven't seen it, Kinks on the Cover, grab it. You will enjoy it. Take care. God bless. Rock on. See you next episode, guys. I love you all.